It is over for the Golden State Warriors. They have zero chance of winning the title. It's already been decided. How you want to be the GOAT of basketball? It's quite simple. You make the connection. Why can I sit here and say I'm going to delete my channel if the Warriors win the title? Because quite frankly, the Warriors have zero chance of winning the championship. You say barking and chirping, he won the title, Stephen Curry, he's going to get the fifth ring, playoff Jimmy Buckets. And Crybaby Curry is still going to choke because he needs all the help. He needs Kevin Durant. He needed Kevin Durant to beat King LeBron James. He only beat King LeBron when both Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving were injured. This ain't a champion. This guy is simply overrated. He's the greatest shooter ever. It has come to question how clutch Stephen Curry really is. The fact is he's no GOAT. He's not even close to being in a GOAT conversation. He may be in a GOAT shooter conversation, but certainly not even in a GOAT player conversation. This team is not winning the championship because I know the stage is being set for one of the greatest NBA finals ever to be played. The Celtics are one win away from the three-peat, but King LeBron James denies all of it. And you know exactly what's happening, right, Keanu? Right? Yes, you do. Because the stage has been set. The Celtics have to win back-to-back titles. The Celtics have to win the three-peat. They have to go for the three-peat. They will certainly go for a three-peat, but they're not beating King LeBron James. Luka gets his revenge in the finals against the Celtics to deny the Celtics three-peat. This is leading into next year. The Celtics are road beaters. They beat the top bracket in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Who's going to beat the Celtics if the best bracket in the best team in the Western Conference cannot beat the Celtics? Because, quite frankly, the Mavs were a top 5 seed. They didn't have the best overall talent in the Western Conference. Now we're dealt with a hand where the team with the top talent in the conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder with the most wins this season in the NBA, end up falling short against Celtics. And quite frankly, they are ready to crown the Celtics as three-peat champions. But only one team is going to deny the three-peat. It is King LeBron James and the LA Lakers. They back-to-back titles of their own. 19 is the 8th prime number. You go 8-0 to win a repeat. The same logic applies for both Celtics and the Lakers. The three-peat is being denied in spectacular revenge fashion for Luka Doncic, who lost against the Celtics with the Dallas Mavericks. 24 months later, the next repeat in 24 years is going to be denied. In Jason Tatum's 24th career Game 7. In his 24th career NBA Finals game, Jason Tatum is getting denied by King LeBron James. This is going to tie into the death of Bill Russell. 11-time NBA champion. It is going to be 11 consecutive playoff series wins for the Celtics, while ultimately falling short against Showtime Lakers, the greatest show ever in the history of the world. The LA Lakers, King LeBron James, back-to-back championships, 41, 42 years of age, denying the Celtics of a three-peat championship. Ladies and gentlemen, King LeBron James. Let's give a standing on to the king of the league who defies logic. He defies age. He defies father time. He defies them all. The Warriors are a trap. I know the pattern. I have decoded the pattern for the Warriors. Go King the Bond fourth ring, loses Western Conference 3 years later. Ditto Stephen Curry. And so the Minnesota Timberwolves ain't got no chance of beating your Golden State Warriors because Jimmy Butler's going to beat his former team. But what's going down is there will not even be a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals. This series, I'm giving 6 games top to the OKC Thunder. If the Warriors do win in 6, which I think they beat the Timberwolves in 6 games, then ultimately I think the Warriors are getting eliminated in the 19th game this postseason before the Thunder fall short for the Celtics' 19th title. Because the stage has already been set for next year. How could you make a big, bold betting proposition to risk your entire channel on the Golden State Warriors? Because they're not going to be that team. There's going to be lots of money on the Warriors. Las Vegas ain't paying them out this year. Sorry, they're not paying them out. They're not paying out the Lakers. They're not paying out the Warriors. They're not paying out any of these teams. The fix is already in. The only thing that he was owed was a Finals MVP. That was it. He got the Finals MVP. It's 6 Finals appearances. It's over. It's over. 6 Finals appearances and 4 rings. The gematria says everything. It is over.
It's Stephen Curry. His 7th championship for the Warriors. His 7th NBA Finals appearance for the 7th pick of his draft.
Even though they have 0 chance of making it to the finals, they're still losing against the Celtics. They're not going to have the Celtics lose twice against the Warriors. You understand? It's about the death of Bill Russell. When Bill Russell dies, you got to have his team to commemorate the top winner in the history of basketball win consecutive championships of their own. That is what the Celtics are going to do. They're going to do so against the best team record-wise in basketball. In basketball. The Warriors ain't got no chance. Your boy is stuck at 4 rings. Go in the bottom surpass Stephen Curry. He ties Kobe and Tim Duncan and Magic Johnson. Curry cried for Kevin Durant. He can never, ever reach that top tier. Go in the bond, Kareem, Michael Jordan right below. Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson. He's stuck with Shaq. He's stuck at 4. This Jimmy Butler's the son of Michael Jordan. I mean, people are going to fall for this BS. Just wait. They won't even make it out of the Western Conference. The Warriors have 0 chance of winning the championship. The dominance of the West ended against Joakim LeBron James. They used to go through the West so easily in a blink of an eye. But now, ever since Joakim LeBron beat that team, ever since Joakim LeBron beat you in the West, in the playoffs, these days are over. It's all going to end in defeat in a Western playoff series yet again, as what happened against Joakim LeBron James. Joakim LeBron ended the Warriors as we know. Joakim LeBron ended the Golden State Warriors. The era was over when they lost in a series against the West for the very first time. It was 2014 when he lost against the Clippers. 9 years later against Joakim LeBron, he finally lost against the West again. They've already lost 3 playoff games against a team that's super young. They are vulnerable. They are not as good as advertised. And the Thunder are simply too much to overcome. On top of the Celtics being too much to overcome, the Warriors are overrated, overhyped. It's an end of an era. They're a playoff team. They're a contender. They're no longer a dominant team. These days are over since Goki LeBron ended the Warriors. OKC's in the finals because they have the connection of Seattle, where Bill Russell spent 4 or 5 decades after his retirement. Now, all these Warriors fans, they start chirping and making noise. Understand, they ain't knowing nothing about what's coming next. Adam Silver's mocking the masses when they script the conference finals loss to Denver 3 years after the 4th ring. He wins the 4th ring, Curry 2022. 3 years later, lose the conference finals. That is the pattern. And by that time, we know that it is truly over. And perhaps they could be saving the Warriors like this matchup for next year. Perhaps they could. Perhaps they might. Could the Warriors Lakers be the first round matchup next year? Golden State's 41, just like T-Wolves is 41. I think if our first round opponent, I think there's 2 teams that I believe are going to be the first round opponent. I believe they are either the Warriors or the Nuggets. Either team is going to be the opponent for the first round next year. They go for 28 wins to 32 because Denver's 32, but also 41 playoff series wins, Golden State 41. That's how we get to that conclusion. So I'm eyeing the Nuggets or the Warriors in the first round next year. I think we got to dethrone the champs in the conference to be the champions. If Goki LeBron is going to beat the Thunder in the playoffs next year. Could they enter the conference finals with 36 wins against the Thunder because Thunder 36? Yes. So Thunder, it's either conference semifinals or conference finals. Well, we will play the Thunder. We are going to dethrone the Thunder next year. We are dethroning the OKC Thunder next year. Either conference semifinals or conference finals, like this beat they Thunder. Go King Bomb rematch against Jimmy Buckets. Go King Bomb revenge against the Nuggets. I don't see Anthony Davis in the equation. I don't. LA Clippers. You can never count out Battle of LA, but it could always be 2027 Battle of LA. Nuggets, Warriors, and Thunder are. We have bigger fish to fry than these garbage ass teams. Biggest fish to fry, obviously, is the team going for 3 straight championships. But instead, what we get is 3 rings with the Lakers GOAT King LeBron James. Not 3 straight championships for that team over there. And I tell you, the Warriors ain't nothing. Their run is over.
Stephen Curry win his 5th ring and Goki LeBron win back-to-back rings.
Well, that makes sense. However, they are about rituals. They put Anthony Edwards on the map with the conference finals this year. They're going to put SGA on the map when he beats Stephen Curry because ultimately they're going to want these guys to be the faces of the league. So they'll put SGA in the finals because they are eyeing the future, but it's mostly about rituals. Bill Russell's at that Seattle. It is the Thunder. They have the best bucket. You repeat. The people are ready to predict the Thunder because, oh, they beat Stephen Curry. They beat the Warriors. They have the best record in the league. Celtics couldn't beat the Thunder even one time in the regular season. So the stage has already been set for the Celtics to repeat against the Thunder in the NBA Finals. And you can't ignore the pattern of the 3 years after the fourth ring. It's over. Thunder are in the finals. Celtics, to be the champs, they got to beat the team with the best record in the NBA, the team that originated from the area where Bill Russell retired and ultimately passed away. It's over. Goalkeeping the Bond ended the Warriors. If you understand Gematria, in 6 finals appearances, 4 wins. Stephen Curry will never, ever make it to the finals ever again. He will never, ever make it to the finals ever again. It's over. But Alex Caruso gets the return to the finals after winning in the bubble. And he does return 56 months after coronavirus. The Caruso is back into the finals. The New York Knicks and Hartenstein against the Celtics. You understand? We got some storylines there with the OKC Thunder. Series tied 2-2, but Celtics come in and steal the game 5, and they clinch game 6 at home. This series will be tied 2-2, and the Celtics take the game 5 in the game 6 against the OKC Thunder.